Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T here with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving you live free picks from the major sports. Of course, we have a team of cappers joining me here as always here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications so we're live with you here every day. And more importantly, give us that like, that thumbs up first thing as you watch our show. It really helps us build up our audience. We greatly appreciate that. Let's meet the cappers and get right to the picks. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
No, not too much, Tony. We were just digging at some stuff and looking to see if some of these meaningful games today, and there are a couple of meaningful games. The Big Ten's got some teams that definitely going to be some meaningful games today. So for me, yesterday, can't complain. The only complaint I had was Houston not hitting a free throw, and why are you shooting threes with 30 seconds to go? Go for the layup like everybody else does. Just lay the ball and get the 2 points. Not trying to shoot three to send daggers. Look how close you made that. You almost lost because of it. So I lost by the hook. I only lost in college basketball. So 5-1 day in college hoops. Can't complain about that. Winning day overall as well. So let's get to the Sunday's action. Can't wait. Love college hoops.
Yep, love college hoops. So to Chris, what's going on?
Oh, not much. Pretty good day yesterday. Got our best bet with Alabama, getting it there in overtime, and then got the best bet in the NBA as Detroit almost slipped away there in the end against Golden State. But pretty good day overall. Just ready to get to today.
Yep, absolutely ready for a big day today. If I've finished 500, thank you, Washington State. I was talking to Rod earlier. I said I could not believe that line opening 1.5 there with Washington State against Loyola Marymount is not a very good team. Don't be fooled by their win in the opener. I mean, remember that those opening round games in these tournaments, these are bad. Those are bad teams. Okay, so that really surprised me to see that number. But we got some tournament action.
They're great when you do the homework. They're very easy to find. You're like, oh, look at that mismatch. This isn't even close. Yes.
We see one there with Montana and Northern Arizona. That one's moved. That one moved. Northern Arizona's not that good. They beat a bad team yesterday in Eastern Washington.
Yeah, so, they barely beat that team yesterday. Yeah. Barely. Like it was not like they pounded them out of the gym. They snuck in there. The Lumberjacks weren't chopping a whole lot. They almost got chopped.
Well, remember that second half? Who did they play in that second half? Who was that team they played the other day? They had a good first half, and they got outscored like 20 plus.
Yeah,
Montana, right? It was Montana they played.
It was Montana.
That TV game. Yeah, and they just got pounded in that second half. Yeah, so lots going on here. So keep an eye on some of these teams, guys. We've covered them all year, so we got our eyes on them. So let's get ready here. We'll start here with the NBA today. We got another. NBA's doing right, giving us 8 games, 7 games, 9. We're not having these small cards anymore, which is for a while. Let's get started. Big one today. This to start us off early. Hope these guys get their sleep. Hope they got their sleep here. Don't come in groggy here. Nuggets and Thunder here. We got the Thunder favorite 7.5. I see a 1-8 at the South Point. Total 243.5. Suns and Mavericks. The Suns on the road 7.5, 8, and some 8 at penny. Your penny leaners and your sharp book guys. All the sharp books have 8. Everybody else 7.5. Total 228.5. Grizzlies and Pelicans here. Grizzlies here laying 9, total 238.5. There's some up there. So let's take a look at the injury report here for this first block of games here in the NBA. And we'll go ahead and hit the old refresh screen so we get the latest news. All right, in Denver, Strawhurt is out. So we have some upgrades since the overnight. Both Jokic and Gordon now probable for Denver. Mitchell is out for OKC. Phoenix and Dallas, we got Morris out, Martin probable. On the Dallas side, it's still the laundry list. Davis, Gafford, Hardy, Jones, Lively, PJ Washington out. Martin, XM questionable. Kyrie Irving, we know, is out for the year. He will no longer show up on these injury reports, just so you guys know. And in that Memphis and Pelicans game here, Aldama, of course, Jaren Jackson out. He'll be out for a while. Poulin out there for Memphis. The three-point shooter, Kennard, doubtful. Boston and Brown will be out. So far, for the Pelicans, that's obviously subject to change as the Pelicans are in back-to-back. I mean, quote unquote, I've always heard Zion doesn't play on back-to-back. Well, so far, maybe they haven't woke up early yet. so they haven't got the injury report updated, I do believe, because you'll see some more. I believe you're going to see more Pelicans on that injury report. So we started off here with Rod.
Yeah, I assume the same thing with that line being at 9. Expect to see some more Pelicans pop up on that. So give me Memphis. I think they They made it look scary against Dallas last game, but they
Oh,
still got
gosh.
a winning cover in that one. But I was like, oh man, I was like, really? Come
But
on.
11-2 run to cover a 10-point line. That's
At the end of the game, right? It's like, man. So I think that's again under 10, under double digits. Pelicans second half, the back to back. You have a bunch of guys sitting. I think they get after this one and roll over the Pellies there. I'll lay it with Memphis in that matchup. And then give me the over. Denver and OKC. It's going to turn into a track meet in that one. Like we've seen not too long ago in Denver. Previous meeting was 124, 122. In that one, we cruise into the 250s. Give me the over 243.5. Denver, OKC.
There we go. From Ron on over. Chris, a frustrated Memphis Grizzlies fan. Probably didn't take much excitement out of that win, but you'll take it. Over to Chris.
I mean, yeah, I'll take it. I almost had to call Cancun and book their trip if they didn't get against the Dallas team there. But yeah, it's like I said at the beginning of the season, it is not easy being a Grizzlies fan. And that was, I don't know, it was just rough to watch. But yeah, I would still take them here today with New Orleans on the back end of a back-to-back here, and probably everybody's going to sit. So we'll just be watching that. But that's a lean towards Memphis today. Another one, I would lean towards not betting it, but Phoenix over Dallas. Dallas is just, like I said the other day, they're still a train wreck. I don't like betting Phoenix, but if I had to lean aside, I would take the points with Phoenix there. OKC, I agree with Rod. I'm going to take the over there. I think it's up and down. You see what OKC's been doing lately, dropping points on people. So just take the over and don't worry about it.
There from Chris, tell you what I think here about these games. I'm a little nervous about an early start in OKC. That's noon time. Did you get your sleep, guys? You're going to lose that hour. So give me the dog here at Denver plus the 8. It's the NBA guys. These are the NBA players. Thunder here against these, believe it or not, it's hard to find a wrinkle in this Thunder team, but I think I found one. Thunder here against good rebounding teams that out-rebound opponents by 3 points or greater. They're 1-3 of the spread at home. So that's about the only wrinkle I've seen from this Thunder team. When they go up against good rebounding teams, they've struggled covering. And, boy, it's just not comfortable giving this many points against with the Nuggets against anybody. I'm just afraid I get burned if I lay the points here. Denver here, 6-4 to the spread as a road dog. Denver over their past 5 hitting 51%, 41% from three. I think Denver still thinks they're the big brother in this this matchup, which may turn into a rivalry at some point. The way these teams are, well, OKC is improving their play. So I'll look at Denver plus. Yeah, Dallas here is the fade list. If you're laying less than doubles with the Dallas, against Dallas, I think you got to take Phoenix here. Phoenix did show a little bit of life. They did force overtime against Denver. They did beat the Clippers off that 20-plus comeback. So they at least Phoenix does show some heart. But this is a very important game in the standings because at some point you would think Phoenix would pass Dallas for that 10 seed, right? So it's so I would look here at this Suns team to get it. And I agree here. Take Memphis against the Pelicans and Mavericks seem to be two fades right now. It's just total fade jobs here. So I'll look at Memphis in this spot to get it done. Remember, Memphis will have rest advantage coming into this game. Again, get your sleep, guys. Before we don't have to worry too much. This is about a 7 o'clock Eastern game, so they'll get enough sleep for this one. So it's not one of those early games, so not too worried about it. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show as we continue here with the NBA. Next up, we've got Jazz and the Sixers. Here we've got the Sixers laying 5.5, total 227.5. Cavaliers and Bucks. We got the Cavs 9 on the road, total 238. Spurs and the T-Wolves. We got the T-Wolves here 11, total 233. We'll take a look at the injuries in this block here. Utah and Philadelphia. We've got here for Utah. It's obviously it's going to be a tanking lineup here. Clarkson, Collins, Harkless, Kessler, Markin, and Sexton all out. Springer here will be questionable. On the Philly side, George, Lowry, Maxey are all out. On the game between Cleveland and Milwaukee. Cleveland, again, a clean injury report for Milwaukee. No Connaughton, no Nance, no Portis. Trent and Rollins are both probable. Spurs in Minnesota, we still got Count Basie out for San Antonio. Garza and Gobert questionable. Over to Rod.
Yeah, and these couple here, I'm looking at give me the over between the Jazz and the 76ers. Not a whole lot of defense played there. We know the Jazz doesn't play a whole lot of defense themselves. And head-to-head, we've seen 3 of the last 4 meetings get up and over this total. So give me the over 227 in that one. And then give me the Cavs in this one. Sure, we've seen the Bucks get a win in the back-to-back in their most recent back-to-back. But overall this season, I believe they're 3-8 ATS on the back-to-back spot, and we see some guys sitting and questionable already. Yeah, I'll take the Cavs lay the 9 over the Bucks in that one.
There from right on over to Chris.
Yeah, Utah 76ers. I'm going to go over the total as well, but I'd probably lean Utah, even if both sides kind of play their bench or whatever. I'd still take the points with Utah over the 76ers all day. Did the video on Cleveland Bucks last night. Cleveland's just, since they've got the playoffs spot, I don't feel like they're really, I think they're just winning. I don't know if they're covering a lot of stuff. They kind of almost let that slip against Charlotte the other day. So I'd lean Bucks, not something I'm putting to the window there. I think the better play there is the over. And then San Antonio, Minnesota. I think the play there is the under. I don't want to lay 10.5, 11 with Minnesota, and I don't trust the Spurs to do it either. So just take the under in that one.
Yeah, from Chris, tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, give me Utah plus the points. Philadelphia 1-13. The spread is a home favorite. So I'm not going to jump against here. Jazz have covered 14 of 20 against the East. Where's David Stern when you need him? He would not have tolerated all this sitting. Trust me, he would not have done that during his tenure as commissioner of the NBA. I will go over with Cleveland and Milwaukee. Cavs just shooting lights out right now from 3 and put up 125 points a game. I look for the points to be scored there. Also in Spurs in Minnesota, from what I'm seeing from this San Antonio defense, no, I'm not seeing anything from their defense. Give me the over there with San Antonio and Minnesota. You look at the T-Wolves, 6-3 to the over their past 9, and 7-3 to the over at home against poor pressure teams that don't force more than 13 turnovers a game. That's the thing with Spurs. They don't pressure the ball enough. I like the over in that one. Let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show, guys. We're giving you our free picks, but if you want our best bets, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. That's where you'll find our premium plays up there on the screen. You'll see, of course, Rod and Chris doing great work. Chris NBA, Rod overall, fantastic works, guys. So check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com with our leaderboards. Our premium picks are ready to roll here for this card on Sunday. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchased will be correct back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we head on to close out the NBA with these games. Pistons and Trailblazers. We got the Pistons on the road, 3, total 233. Kings and Clippers, a nightcap tonight. We've got the Clippers laying 6, total 219. We start with Rod.
Yeah, looking at these ones here, the one I like Portland here at home. They get up for these games, especially against the teams that are shooting real well, hitting over 46% of their field goals, which is what Detroit's been fairly. It's nice to see the Pistons finally get off the floor and make some noise, playing real good basketball. This is a good test taking on this Portland club at home, where we've seen them play some really good basketball over there most recently anyways. And as I said, 14-3 ATS this season versus these good teams. I'll take the 3 points you're going to give me with the home dog of Portland in that one. Nothing on the other game.
All right, on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the total in the Detroit-Portland one. I'm going to go over that. I mean, they've gone over 4 of 6 between the two of them in the last 6 meetings. Take the over there, and then I'm not laying 7 points with the Clippers or whatever. If I had to lean, I would take the points with the Kings in that one.
There from Chris, I hear what I think about these games. Look at the injuries here. Remember, Ivy still out here for Detroit with that broken leg recovery. On Portland side, no Thibault, no Williams, Walker, and Avdija are questionable there for Portland. Kings and Clippers, we know Malik Monk and Sabonis out. Crowder questionable. On the Clippers side, no Powell, no Simmons, and Lundy there, probable there. I'll look at Detroit here, laying the short number here. I know it's a back-to-back, but they went 8-3 of the spread as a road favorite. 7-3-2 the spread is in back-to-back games. Trailblazers' first home game after that road trip. I think Detroit's just a better team than even a back-to-back, better team and more depth here than this Portland Trailblazers team, especially with some of their injuries going on right now. I'll look at Detroit. I agree with Chris. I could only look at Sacramento plus the points. Clippers have failed to cover 8 of 10 games. Remember that second half fade. We're going to see. I think we're going to see it again here. Kings have covered 6 straight. They're in pretty good form right now, and they're shooting the ball very well. They're making their threes over their past 50% shooting, 42% from 3, allowing 45%. So I'll take them in the spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony This Morning Show as we switch on over to college basketball for today's action here. And, of course, well, we're going to do it in blocks, but first Rod's got to leave top of the hour. So, Rod, you can get Rod's hockey plays over at our YouTube channel. Rod, in college basketball, give us what you got and let us know what you got for sale.
And in college basketball today, we're going to kick it off. In where is it? Give me in the late game here. St. Thomas taking on Nebraska Omaha in a conference game. Thomas got the win yesterday. So did Omaha. Now they're facing off here in this one. This will be the third meeting of the season between these two clubs. And in the first two, we've seen plenty enough points to get us over this 150.5. And guess what? I'm going to take the over 150.5 again. Offenses dominate this game. Up and down we go, and we cruise into the 160s. So give me the over 150. St. Thomas and Nebraska Omaha. The other one I'm looking at is give me Santa Clara here over Pepperdine. Pepperdine, congratulations. You got yourselves a win yesterday. I don't know how you got a win yesterday, but you did. But now you're going to take on a Santa Clara club that will not take their foot off the gas, and you will not beat. You're going to lose by 20 plus. Give me Santa Clara in that matchup. And then working my way down the card. Where is it? We're going to take, give me the over between North Texas and Temple. Hey, Temple's back on the over train. They had that little stretch where they had 3 straight unders. And then I was like, oh, that's it for the unders. Time to get back on the overs. And they got us an over last week. Well, they're going to get us another over this week. North Texas team that loves to chuck up the threes, so they start hitting threes. Well, so will Temple follow along, and we'll get up and down and get over the 135 there. And then one more early to kick it off. Drexel got the win yesterday. Towson's going to get the win there, and that one to eliminate Drexel from the conference tournament there. And for me over at Tony's Pitch today, I've got a 5-pack in college basketball. It includes my top 10-star play of the day in that 5-pack. So buy one or the other. Best way to go is grab that 5-pack and run a nice 25-8 run over the last week in college basketball. Hot over the last month. You can see we've definitely shot up the college basketball leaderboard. We've got a couple plays in the NBA as well for long-term subscribers. That's the way to go here. Tony's Picks is get aboard long-term. That way, if I find a late play and I put it in there, you'll get it emailed directly to you as a long-term subscriber. A little bonus here for long-term subscribers with that late Steam play. You get it directly emailed to you so you don't miss out on that late Steam play. That way you get aboard with us when you're here long-term at Tony's Picks. That is the way to go. Jump aboard. Let's have a big weekend. Big Sunday together to kick off the last of the regular season, and then it's all conference tournaments and big dance tournaments. Can't wait for those big games. So jump aboard. I have a rest of the season pass. That's probably a way to go. That thing would have paid for itself long, and you probably would have tripled yourself up over the weekend. The way we've been rolling in college basketball, that thing will pay for itself in no time. Scoop that up. That's the best way to go.
Good, guys. Get on board with Rod Swacki over at Tony's Picks. See the great results. Look at the green across the board yesterday, last 7 days. Last 30 days for the year, 3,770 units of profit. A big profit for Rod last year. On board again this year. You can see all the great results from Rod. So get on board with Rod over at Tony'sPicks.com. Multi-packs member. All of our one-day passes are profit guarantee. They must generate profit or amount purchased. We'll be credited back to your account for side credits. That's profit guarantee. Not so in the long-term passes because it's sold such a discount. And as Rod mentioned, you get that. The long-term passes include all the late Steam plays. Our member plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but our handicappers work throughout the betting cycle to find winners for you. And with those long-term subscribers, we put plays in between 10 minutes and 2 hours of game time. They are emailed directly to your inbox using the email that's used when you sign up for the service. All right, Rod, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Definitely. Thanks, everybody. Have yourself a wonderful Sunday, and we'll catch you tomorrow morning on the morning show. See you guys.
Rod here on the Tony Morning Show. If you're looking for Rod's NHL, head on over to the YouTube channel. Rod's got his picks for you and long up there as well. Let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we continue here with college hoops. Our college hoops coverage here, Chris, will be the games at noon, the nooners, and will include the 2:30 Eastern. So the nooner and include 2:30 Eastern. So we start off with you in college.
Iowa, Nebraska. I'm going to take Nebraska in that one. It's at 12:30. Looking at that one. Another one I'm looking at here: East Carolina, Florida Atlantic. I'm gonna take the points with East Carolina. I think they just are able to cover that one. It's at 5.5 right now. And then the other one in this time slot, I'm looking at UAB and Tulane. UAB right now is at 3.5. I would have UAB to cover that one.
There from Chris. So I tell you what I like here in this block of games here. Navy and Bucknell. I'm going to go ahead and lay it here with Bucknell here. Bison have covered 12 of 19 in the Patriot. You look at Navy over their past 5 games here, allowing 46% shooting. Bucknell in fantastic shooting form over that period of time. 53% shooting, 41% they're allowing. So it's a pretty good splits there. I'll look at the Bucknell plus in that spot. I'm going to go under with Michigan and Michigan State. Michigan State 11-4 to the under at home. I look for tight defense being played here. Both teams in pretty good defensive form over their past 5. Spartans allowing 41% shooting. The Wolverines 40%. I like the under in that one. Iowa, Nebraska here. I would look at I would be looking here at Iowa in that spot. Iowa wins, they get into the Big Ten tournament. I think that's I think it's enough motivation for them to get in there. Nebraska's in poor defensive form entering this game. They're just 5-8 to the spread as a home favorite. I'll look at taking the points there with Iowa. Minnesota Rutgers, give me Minnesota plus the points. Go for 7 covered 6 of 9 here on the road. And I'll look for them in this spot. And did I go? Yep, that's where we'll actually no. I'll stop it right there. All right, let's continue here on the 26th morning show. I just want to make sure. Actually, we are going to cover Lipscomb and North Alabama, right? Yeah, North Alabama and Lipscomb. I'll just take North Alabama plus the 5 here. They've covered 14 of 20 in conference. North Alabama past 5 games hitting 50% shooting, allowing just 43%. It will be played in Lipscomb's home court, but I think it's going to be a close game. So I'll take Alabama and the points. And let's see, that Colgate game is also Colgate. I'll take Colgate here plus the 1.5 in that one against American in poor shooting form. They failed to cover 3 of 4. American 3-6-1 to the spread as a home favorite. Colgate got themselves in really good form here as in this tournament. Past 5 hitting 50%. I know it's on the road. This is a campus side game, but I'll take Colgate plus the 1.5. And I think we've got another one here for you in the Tulane and UAB. That one I'm going to look at Tulane. Tulane has covered 8 of 14 at home. And the issue I have with UAB has been their defense away from home, allowing about 49% shooting when you get them away from the home court. The Green Wave has shot very well in the paint this season. And if you look at their past 5 hitting 50%, I'll look at Tulane in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Spix Morning Show as we're getting ready here to close out the college card here with the following games. We'll cover the games from 3 Eastern all the way to that WCC late night game between Washington State and San Francisco, all the way to 11 Eastern time. So we got 3 Eastern to 11 Eastern. Back to Chris.
Looking at the Oregon Washington, I'm gonna lay the points with Oregon in that one. They've covered the last 4 of their 5, and that's just my lean on that one. Not a premium at all. The other one I'm looking at a little bit is the Furman UT Chattanooga game. I'm gonna take the points with Chattanooga there on that one. And then the last one I'm looking at, struggled to find one here in the late night, but I found Incarnate Word in Southeast Louisiana. I would take Southeast Louisiana in that one.
Yeah, from Chris. Tell you what I think about some of these late games. Yeah, I'm going to take Oregon here. I think Oregon's going to try and improve their seeding here. Washington is out of the Big Ten tournament. They're the last place team there, so they're not going anywhere. Oregon here has really played well down the stretch. They've covered 4 straight, allowing 43% shooting. So I'll look at the Ducks in that spot. Also, I agree with Rod there with Santa Clara. Santa Clara's just pounded these bad teams in the WCC. I think they're going to pound them here, pound the Santa Clara. I like Montana here to cover against Northern Arizona. I agree with this big line move. I didn't understand this short opening number. It looks very, very low to me. So I'll look at the Montana in that spot. And San Francisco and Washington State going to stay away from that game. But if I had to lean a position, I would lean San Francisco in that spot. But for me, it's going to be a stay away there. All right, we got you through the college basketball card. Also, I would look here. Northern Colorado, they've been the class of the Big Sky here to cover there against Weber State there in that first round matchup. All right, we got you through the college hoops card for today. And of course, we're not on the ice, so we don't have skates. So we'll do it here for the Tony Simone Show. Remember, if you're looking for the NHL guys, go over to our YouTube channel. Rod's got the NHL covered for you there, so go ahead and check out those videos. All right, let's see. time for our Parlay peripheral segment where we give out our parlay. Could have a team player prop, game of the future, degenerate exhibition baseball. Coppers make the call. We'll start with Chris.
Little 3-team mix here. We'll take ECU with the points in college basketball. We'll take Utah Jazz and the Sacramento Kings with the points in the NBA. And then for your MLB daily futures thing here, I'm going to take Toronto over 78.5 wins. They're doing pretty good in spring training. So we'll just take them over 78.5 on that. And then I don't have any degenerate in the spring training today. I didn't find any lines, but I'll be watching some of those. So.
Getting closer and closer to the start of the games here. I'll give you my 3-teamer here. Give me in the 3-teamers today. Give me Minnesota Golden Gophers plus. Give me Tulane, the home dog plus, and give me North Alabama plus there in college hoops. All right, we got you through our parlay peripheral segment. Let's see what we have for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. Headed to a big week of action next week with conference tournaments. Closing out this week with more conference tournaments as well. We'll see what Chris Scott's going on over at Tony'sPicks.com. Chris put together a pretty good NBA year. Chris, what you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
I've got you a 3-pack as usual. I've got you a best bet and 2 premiums in the NBA today. And then as we start into these conference tournaments and everything with college basketball, I'll have some of those packs available this week. So if you hop on something long-term with me, 3 days a week's going to get you definitely the start of all the college basketball tournaments here. So if you want to hop on something long-term with me, we can get you that. And I can get you that late steam. We're always watching these lines as NBA players are out or they sit or we don't know who's going to be in, who's going to be out. So I watch that all day. And if the line changes, I put that in there for my long-term subscribers. But I've got a couple packages on the board today. If you use the promo code TonyT at checkout, you'll save 15% off of that stuff. And then 2-for-1 capper makes a lot of sense for 2 people to put money in your pocket. Everybody's on the leaderboard. Everybody's doing well. So pair me up with somebody else and let me help you make some money and let them help you make some money. And we're just going to move into March Madness here. I'm super excited about it.
Irish Madness coming up, guys. Got both Chris Atkins over at Tony'sPicks.com. Look for the one-day passes, best bets up on the board as well as a long-term pass. Remember that 1-month pass covers the entire NCAAB tournament, all the minor tournaments, NIT, CIT, CBI, as well. Of course, the baseball, which begins in about a week with the series in Japan. Of course, later in the month, we get the North American opener. So a couple of weeks of baseball with that 1-month all sports pass. So get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. That'll knock off that 15% off there. All right. I'll tell you what I've got up there. I got a best bet on the board right now over at Tony'sPicks.com here from college hoops. Also working on a package for you from a 3-teamer coming up there in just a moment there. We've got some plays working in there in the system as well. And remember, we're with you guys here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time with the Tony's Picks Morning Show. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us so you get these plays for you in right away in real time. Of course, if you ever miss a live show, head over to our YouTube channel, which we'll show you right now. And we'll tell you how to find our channels, our shows here. Over on our YouTube channel, type Tony's Picks at YouTube, and you'll find our live show here. So if you ever miss a show, just go ahead and check it out in our archive here, archive for you. Or if you past shows up there, Happy Hour, it's a show that Rod hosts Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So that's where you'll find our live archives. Just hit the live tab and watch our shows in replay mode. And videos, well, we got content up there for you right now. Al Nino's has 3 underdog picks for you today up on our YouTube channel. We're not just we just don't stream shows. We have on-demand content as well. So you'll see some deep dives from me from the NBA, college hoops as well. A lot of our cappers contribute. We can see Chris contribute here with NBA as well. Rod's got the hockey coverage. So if you miss any hockey, Rod's got the coverage for you right now over on Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Joey Tron's got hockey up there. Ben's got some NBA. We got Kevin Thomas coming in with some NBA as well. Joey Tron coming in with his NASCAR parlay picks for you here as well. So lots of content from our cappers over on Tony's Picks Morning Show. So check it out up there and like and subscribe and set those notifications so you're able to get notified for all our pick releases right there on the Tony's Picks channel. All right. Of course, Chris, you've got some content up there today as well on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel you're planned for the week.
Yeah, I've got you guys an NBA video today. Like I said, it's the Cleveland Bucks game. You can get a deeper dive into why I chose what I did. And then as we go forward, just more NBA. And then, like I said before, I'll be compiling a couple videos here for my MLB futures with team wins. And then one's going to be a player prop video that I'm working on right now. And then as we get into baseball, I'll have some more for that. And then definitely with the SEC tournament coming up, I'll have you guys some videos on that as well.
Yeah, real big tournaments action, guys, coming up. So make sure you like, subscribe, turn notifications. We will be back again tomorrow. Thanks for that super chat there from Lexi. Appreciate that. Lex Steele. All right, that's going to do it for the show. Anything to say in close before we go, Chris?
Let's make it a winning day, guys. It's going to be great.
Make it a winning day. Well, goodbye, guys. You're back in a winning Sunday. We're back tomorrow here on the 26 Morning Show.